Welcome to this mini session of stretching and breath work with the intention to come into our bodies, stop some of the racing thoughts going on in our head, kind of reaching out for answers, for visions of the future, for confirmation that everything's going to work out for us. And we're going to bring all those thoughts down as we travel into our sacred vessel, into our heart, to transmute those energies of thoughts into trust and faith, bringing us down to ground into our inner wisdom, into our intuition, to allow us to stop needing to know everything right now. Okay, so if you can relate to that, or if your neck is sore and your shoulders are tight and you feel like you're slouching, all those are sometimes physical manifestations that you probably need to come more into your body anyways. So we'll just start by settling into this space, taking some deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Allowing our attention to slowly retract from way outside of us to just right outside of us, inside of our aura. Bringing that attention slowly in, starting to just rub those thighs with the hands. Just feeling the sensation, the touch. Just coaxing our senses to come out of those places they've been all day, the sight, right, the listening. Coming into the sensations of our body, taking those hands, bringing it across the abdomen right here, the sacral area, into the solar plexus, just taking that, activating it with your powerful touch there. However it feels good, you can travel out a little bit into the ribs. This area controls so much of what we create on this earth in the physical manner. It takes care of our body, the cleansing aspects, right? Our liver, right? Our kidneys, our lymphatic system comes right through the center. So just taking those fingers, going right at the solar plexus area, so that soft spot at the bottom of your ribs there, just taking a couple presses, going out slowly. Just asking that lymphatic system to kind of wake up, check on us a little bit. And that's going to ignite all of these little avenues throughout your body that takes all of the waste, all of those toxic elements, dead skin cells, traveling out with the assistance of your organs. So just bringing attention there for a moment. Laying the hands back onto the legs. Bringing our shoulders up and down, and up and down, and up and down, and up and down. Bringing them rolling to the back. And here you can take your fingers facing inward on your thighs here, just to give your shoulders some extra space. So if you can notice, the armpits have a lot more space when we turn our hands this way. I'm going ahead the opposite direction. So bring it up and open, allowing that space in the armpits. Just feeling all those cracks, those knots in the back, just getting some blood to them. And taking those elbows back down to your side and just shaking out the ribs side to side here. You might feel it in your breath. Now taking the ribs to the side. So just imagining something to the side here that you're going to touch with just the ribs, but your hip stays down and you feel that reach opening in the ribs there. And opening to the other side. Sorry, the space between the hip and the ribs. Going side to side. And that's going to look different on everyone. It's going to feel different depending on how long your torso is, right? So that's also why it's important to just trust yourself. Even the greatest expert in movement might not be able to tell you and your body what is good for you. So it's good to make sure we have that. Bringing the ribs around now, taking it around, just feeling that freeness start to open up, feeling the weight of your body on the floor, kind of like a little stand holding you up, making sure you don't fall over, right? And go ahead and stir the opposite direction. And sometimes I'm going to close my eyes just to channel what we need right now. So you can open your eyes or close them. And I will try to also talk to you. Beautiful. Coming back to the center, taking note of the root, the really base of your spine that comes kind of right above where your booty crack starts, and allowing that energy just to extend up with a spiral, up through the spine, spiraling. Picturing it nice and slowly activating the spine, filling the spaces with energetic light, activating all of those systems now. And also letting our body know this is a good spot to be. Let's let our muscles memorize this. Our shoulders are relaxed, our jaws relaxed, we're centered. Now, just starting to move our head from side to side, just isolating it from the rest of our body so we can feel that nice stretch. So side to side, looking nice and slow. And when you get to the side, you can push it just a tiny bit to get a stretch. Be very gentle with the neck. But of course, it's made durable. It's our human body. So don't be too afraid to kind of explore side to side, keeping that motion pretty consistent with the rhythm. 2 more. Checking on your breathing. Making sure it's coming in through the nose. It's coming down through your belly. Bringing it back to center. Just checking on that breath again. So in through the nose, make sure it's drawing down to our bellies rather than in through the upper chest there. Just to notify our nervous system that we're ready to rest. We're ready for our digestion system, for our detox systems to go ahead and go into play now. Taking the head side to side, ear down to the shoulder. I encourage you to start either way that you want. You don't have to start right or left. Specifically, just making sure you're going side to side, taking again that nice fluid movement, and then allowing a little bit of a stretch when you get over to the side of your shoulder there. And then just let's raise that speed up a little bit, just activating the sides of our neck, feeling the contraction on one side as the other side extends. So just feeling that side to side. Keeping in mind that sometimes when we have sore necks, it's not necessarily that it needs to be stretched. Sometimes it does too, but we want to activate these muscles as well. And the simple movement just activates them for us. Coming back to center, we're going to take our chin down to our chest and back up, opening the chest up. So always when you're coming back, supporting the back of the neck, not crunching. Bringing it down, because we want to protect that back of the neck there, the cervical spine. Making sure it has lots of space and also support of our muscles, right? Keep it going there, engaging the neck at the speed that feels good for you. Keeping the breath going. Good, and And bringing it back to the center when you're ready. Taking it to the side, ear to the shoulder as you allow it to roll down, chin to your chest. Opening up to the side, bringing it around to the back, opening the neck. Get all the way around there. Picturing your shoulders like they're very heavy. Kind of like you have lead on your arms, and it's just like lead sleeves. That's what I'm trying to say. And go ahead and switch directions, just allowing those arms to be heavy. Maybe don't think about pressing them down, anything else, just the image of heaviness. Allowing that neck to get a little bit of activation and a little bit of dynamic stretching here. Asking for some of that tension from the day to come out. One more circle, whichever direction that you're feeling it. Beautiful. Coming back to center. Just wiggling around on your booty a little bit. Let's take our feet together. Here, if this doesn't feel comfortable for you, adjust as you need, and you can always put pillows under your knees. If you are a person just like starting to release the hips have so much involved in them. So take it slow, don't force anything, and support yourself with any props that you might need, all right? Let's take our right hand down to the side, reaching our left arm over, just opening up a nice side stretch here. Allowing that neck to be nice and long, so the spine is one long line. It's a flexible line, it can curve, but it's all connected. Good, taking that left shoulder and bringing it down towards the floor. Go ahead and place that left hand on the ground, keeping that back straight. So feeling the twist, feet are together, left hip is nice and open. Let's take a few breaths in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Each breath out, just feeling that opening, that relaxation. Last one, we're going to let ourselves completely hang over the legs. So breath in, allow it to hang. Adjust your angle to what your hip is guiding you towards. So mine brought me a little more forward. Go ahead and be more forward, more back, whatever you need, okay? It's very important that we get you to feel confident. Go ahead and reach that arm out again, straight out to the side as we're rolling open to the side here. And then opening up our chest, allowing the arm to fall back and the wrist as well to flex just a little to deepen that stretch, right? So in any kind of movement you do, it's so important to honor your body, because you don't want to hold yourself back. You want to push yourself, but you also want to know how to adjust things to make them work for you. Bringing it back over to the side, getting that nice long stretch from the hip, making sure that left leg is down, and you're just going to draw up through the side as your arm comes down, and then just shake that out to reset. I was just checking on the time there. All right, taking our other arm out. My puppy's here with us today, if you didn't see yet. You can stay, I'm not gonna hurt you. Okay, and you're gonna stretch over here, that long stretch, opening up, letting that right leg open, just noticing what's tight, okay? We don't want to fight against our body. We want to be really loving and caring, right? Most of us aren't going to react to somebody demanding something and forcing something, so our bodies are going to be similar in that way. Go ahead and take that right shoulder over and bringing that right arm down so you can feel that twist. Keeping the spine straight, feeling out what it feels like to spiral to the side, that little bit of tension, but also some relaxation, right? Everything can't be tensed up when we're doing stretching. I mean, it seems obvious, but it's good to have a reminder. Taking the breath in and out. Again, and out. again, in and out. And the last one, we're gonna let ourselves hang. Bringing it in, releasing down, honoring the angle of our body, feeling that relaxing down, hanging it there. Taking the right arm, stretching it out just to lengthen the stretch. You'll feel your shoulder, you'll feel your back get into it. Beautiful. Get in from there, just reach that arm off the ground, bringing it back open to the side. As we open even further, opening that heart, opening the chest, letting the wrist hang back. That is definitely a triggering stretch if you do feel it in your fingers, and that's totally normal. So you're just kind of signaling to all of that, okay, let's relax, giving you some attention. Go ahead and bring the arm back over. And as you come up, the side's carrying you up, the arm rolls out in front of you. Beautiful. Good, just taking a butterfly with those knees, letting them just go up and down for a moment. Let's take our legs further out away from us just so we have a little bit of a kickstand here. And let's just get our spine rolling to the back and then coming back up straight. So feel that out, whatever feels good for you. So holding on to just below the knee area works for me. See what works for you. What we want to do is we want to allow our hips, our back, everything to just open up to the back here for a moment, and then using our muscles, pulling it back up, and even opening the spine at the end here just to get a nice open up of the upper chest. And again, starting with the hips, slowing, rolling it down through the spine. And again, bringing it back up. You'll feel yourself kind of go up and over those sit bones, feeling everything kind of relax out. And go ahead and let the chest take you forward. Just be careful, don't hurt anything, okay? Just a little forward here. I need to mention, if you're new to me, that I do have some flexibility that's just kind of innate, so don't ever compare yourself like, oh my gosh, I should be like that, that's so silly. Don't do that, okay? You are beautiful just the way you are. So bringing those legs back in, honoring all that you are, okay? Coming back with our arms up here, bringing our hands together, bringing our hands back to the middle of our spine and opening our elbows. Okay, you can kind of cradle your head right in the area where your wrists meet your hands, and you're still kind of having your hands hold together as much as you can. So this might be really hard for some of us, okay? Don't worry, just go with what feels good. Spine nice and tall, chest open, feeling the active press between the head and the arms to get that nice open stretch. Good, and bringing that back up here. Taking the right hand, grabbing the left wrist, and just pulling up a little bit. So the shoulder kind of pulls up and out. Feel that nice stretch in your side here. So we really want to opening up all the ways that we were tensing up throughout the day, throughout our lives. Bring it back up, switch sides, letting our body know it's okay to relax. It's okay not to know everything that's coming ahead of us. It's okay to not have answers to why things are happening around us right now even. Bringing our arms back up, interlacing the fingers, pulling open the wrists, and then just slowly bringing it down to where it feels good, and it's pulling your shoulders apart here. So chest stays open to create that nice space, and then the shoulders meet by the pull of the hands here. So just feeling that out. Bringing attention to your heart space. Bring the hands and reversing them so they're facing out, stretching out those fingers, stretching out those wrists. Go ahead and play around with that, whatever feels good. Again, as we stay here, bringing attention to the heart, trust in ourselves, following whatever our body's telling us. Good. Shaking that out from the hands. Really get it out there. Good. Taking the left arm out, taking the right hand, just doing some chopping from the top down the arm. And you're going right down a lot of tendons here, waking up the fascia. Good. Now bringing it back up, you're going to squeeze and just try to move your skin on top of your muscles, going up the arm, all the way to the shoulder. A few times. Good. Switch arms, chopping from top to bottom. Chopping right down, noticing anything that's sore. Maybe even your fingers are sore that you're chopping with. It's just normal. It's normal. We get sore. Things happen throughout the day. We hold tension in weird places, so don't think something's wrong with you. All right, then going back up, wiggling the skin, waking up those arm systems. Like, come on, guys. Let's work together with the shoulders. Beautiful. Shaking that out. Good. Taking the hands in front of us here. So just opening up the fingers, allowing the shoulders to react however they want. You might actually want to get up for this one. So that might feel better, or whatever feels good, go for it. All right, so just holding it there, noticing anything that feels bad, just little rocks back and forth here. Beautiful. Good, bringing that back up and just grabbing the wrist, creating some space there, and just pumping the hands a little bit. Some of you might have some cracks in the wrist area. Getting things back in place. Go ahead and do the other one. So just anything in there, and it's always okay to just like give it a little pressure, okay? With a finger, you're not gonna be strong enough probably with your little finger to hurt anything, so go ahead and do that. Give it a little relaxation here, beautiful. Good. And just sitting back down, let's take our feet out in front of us. If this is hard for you, okay, to sit with your feet straight, that's okay. Go ahead and put one leg in, okay? Or put both legs in. Just honor, right? This whole thing is about honoring and trusting yourself that you're gonna get what you need from this. So we're just gonna take our arms up and we're gonna bring them down here into our rib area. And you can see I have a little bit of a chest lift here, okay? So you're gonna flex your feet on the down. We're gonna go up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now we're gonna add a breath. Four more. 4, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, and in, all the way in. Getting everything open, allowing that chest open. Open the arms slowly, holding that breath in and bringing it down to the sides. And we're gonna breathe out and just allow everything to roll over our legs. And go ahead and just take some normal breaths down there. Allowing that back to really sink and relax. Go ahead and roll it back up to that straight spine here. So I didn't tell you if you should breathe in through your nose or mouth, so I allowed you to kind of follow through. I breathe through my nose. The nose tends to give you a little more oxygen, but for some people it feels restrictive. And then the mouth, it gets the diaphragm like a little more activated, I find. but it also doesn't calm me as much. So you can kind of see what they make you feel. So let's do that again. So we're going up on the breath in, out, kind of like we're pumping air into a fire. So this is kind of like the breath of fire, but we're gonna go in and out. Here we go. Keep going, up, down, spine nice and long, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and hold it in, breathe it all the way in, open that chest up, holding the breath in, allowing the arms come down, and then relaxing down over those legs, letting the head hang nice and low. Shaking that head out a little bit while you're there. Taking the hands to the ground, spreading out those fingers, feeling all of the different areas that your body is touching the ground. Really allowing your body to just discharge that energy. Just ask it. It'd be great if we could be outside all the time, but that's okay, right? Almost perfect is still as good a lot of the time. Good, bringing it back up, bringing your legs in again to a comfortable position if they're not there, and just taking your hands behind your head one more time, relaxing the neck and just allowing for this nice upper back relaxation. So you can, I like to intertwine the fingers. You can let your elbows hang down, shoulder blades open. You can turn your head side to side. And here, sometimes I start here, but you can see the difference right now. We have a lot more mobility than when we started. Our blood's flowing. The nervous energy is down. Beautiful. Go ahead and bring that up. Reverse it for a second. Taking the hands behind you, intertwining the fingers, opening the chest up, opening the neck. Taking some breaths while you're there. Beautiful. Shaking that out a little bit. Bringing your right arm over, the left arm under, hanging out right here if that's your jam. Bringing it a little bit farther up if that's your jam, and crossing the hands if that's your jam. Okay? And then just activating the stretch by opening the shoulders just a little bit. So that nice framework is there to really pull open those joints a little bit, create some space, create some relaxation. Go ahead and do the other arm. So left one over, right arm comes under and around, feeling that shoulder blade opening. No judging, just to remind you. Beautiful. Good, and let those hang out, and just take some twists side to side. Pumping the arms up. Little humming. Bring it to the right, opening to the left. Just balancing out that right to left, making sure really activating all of those muscles that are going to hold our arms in a nice place with all these stretches and all this work in mind. And go ahead and go a little faster with a little bringing it open. Deep breath in and blowing it all out again. And again. And going ahead, clearing any leftover stagnancy that you've cleared today in this nice short session. Good, bringing everything back to center. So just coaxing it all in with this nice hand wave, bringing the energy into the heart, creating this nice spiral, asking for all thoughts now to just come down to the heart, to discern, for a feel, to get that note. We can trust. We can trust. We have faith. We aren't alone. We aren't alone in this. Go ahead and take your hands, put them on your heart, and repeat after me. I can trust myself. I can trust myself. I have faith in the goodness of the universe. I have faith in the goodness of the universe. I trust. I have faith. I can trust. I can have faith. Beautiful. Just really sinking deeply into the center of the body, into the physical matter. Just sensing with your sensations of energy of anything dropping, those worries dropping, the need to know dropping, all of it. And they're gonna come back up, man, they're gonna come back up, but we just wanna keep dropping them. Beautiful. One deep last breath in. Beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you'll join me again. I'm Kara from Free Soul. I'm an intuitive guide, movement expert, longtime dancer, and sensitive soul, here to help you find your inner voice and to create superpowers out of all these beautiful heightened sensitivities that you have. So please, if you got something out of this video, give it a like, give it a comment so other sensitive souls can find it, and please subscribe for more. All right, have a wonderful day.